Die4 Radio, Mad4, the Mad4 Report. We are back, you motherfuckers. Yeah, man. I just blazed you a nice block of Richie Rich music, a lot of the old stuff, a lot of the new stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all you new listeners, man, once this interview's done, I want you to go and follow this brother. I want you to go cop his music, man, because this guy got some dope discography. It's sick, man. Go get it. And all you old hip-hop fans, if you haven't been fucking with Richie Richmond, I want you to go in the bathroom, go in the mirror, look at yourself, and slap yourself the hardest, motherfuckers, and go cop that shit. Quit being a bitch, man. Quit being a bitch. But yeah, man, speaking of that, man, we got the man of the hour in the house, Richie Rich. What it do, brother?
Mad4, what's good with you, baby?
You know me, man. I'm out here, trying to bring these motherfuckers up on game, man. What's up with you?
Man, I ain't making no noise. Just had to pull this motherfucking Harley Davidson over and shit and pull his phone out. I know I was running a little bit late. I was moving from one spot to the next. I'm out here on this bike and shit. So, my bad for being a little late, but I ain't making no noise, man. I'm finna pop off into this lab right quick and fuck around for a minute.
Oh, it's all good, man. Hey, man, as long as we can get you on, you know what I mean? That's all that matters, man. And I want to say thank you, for making the time. Because I know you're a busy brother and shit, so I appreciate it. Now, we do got a much young listening fan base now more days than we used to. But I try to put these motherfuckers up on game, like veterans like yourself, pioneers, icons, the whole nine and shit. Can you let these motherfuckers know a little bit about yourself? That way they be untapped when this all done, they can go and follow you.
Oh, shit, man. My name is Richie Rich. I've been doing this shit for a minute. Some of the records they might know me from is the I Got Five on it, the verse, the Where You From, Oakland Smoking, possibly some of the shit I did with Tupac, the I'd Rather Be a Nigga, the motherfucking, what's the other name of the other motherfucking song? Let me get my memory scrambled. I did that with the Loonies. I had the seasoned veteran record, you know what I mean, with the Let's Ride joint. Shit, man, I done been on a whole bunch of shit, man. I fuck with Short. Pac was one of my little niggas that moved to the town. I gave him a whole bunch of game, and then the nigga turned out to be phenomenal. Shit, man, I've been rocking for a minute, man. To all the young cats who might not be up on who a nigga is, you know what I mean? You can follow some of them records. I did the T-Boz remix with Jermaine Dupri, the Touch Myself remix. Shit, I did shit with DJ Quick and Rick James on the How to Be a Player soundtrack. I mean, I've been fucking with this music shit for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm the voice that really don't have a face to go with it. A lot of motherfuckers don't know what I look like, but they know what I sound like when they hear the records. So, my discography is big, though. I did a lot of shit with Snoop and Warren G, different motherfuckers like that. I done worked with a lot of motherfuckers, man. Sebo, shit, damn near anybody from the town. Filthy Rich. Me and Filthy got a record on my new album called Fed Case. We got a record called Where You From. So I just been kind of, sticking and moving, trying to keep the ball rolling and shit like that. But a nigga still keeping his feet in the game. You dig?
Yeah, man, and that's what's up. And that's one thing I want to let these motherfuckers know. Your discography is thick, man. It's big. And the thing is, a lot of motherfuckers don't even know a lot of these records and albums and compilations have been put out yet. You know what I mean? So, motherfuckers, do your homework, man. Go get that shit. Because it's a lot. And it's a lot. What made you get into hip-hop? Like, who influenced you to want to stepping into the rap game?
Shit, man, when I came up, man, NWA was doing their shit, Ice Cube was doing their shit, but, I'm an old head because my brother used to listen to a lot of hip-hop, so I come up early in the game. We used to listen to a lot of East Coast niggas, LL Cool J and DMC, you know what I mean? Ron them was doing shit, EPMD, motherfuckers like that was really like the first hip-hop I had ever heard, and I was real young, but my brother was playing a lot of that music at the house, so that's kind of what made me start rapping. But I really got on the mic really freestyling. That was my shit. Like around the neighborhood, I used to freestyle. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas couldn't do that, so that's kind of how I got famous around the hood for freestyling. That was what put me on. And then niggas start getting woke to me, and then I just started like writing my own shit. You know what I mean? And shit, I started putting records out in the early '90s, and then we had a group called 415, and that shit kind of blew up. And you know, Snoop and Warren G and Nate Dogg, rest in peace. They got to borrow what we was doing up this way, and then they started doing their thing. So, like, a lot of niggas spawned their careers off of shit that I did. You know what I'm talking about? And then I just kept it lit because, you know, I'm a hustler, like a nigga who do a whole bunch of hustling and trapping back in the day, and that's kind of how my music started moving around because I used to always travel the globe, be in the ATL, be in New York, fucking around like Method Man, Red Man, all them type of niggas used to buy weed and shit from me. And, you know, niggas got up on me from my trap game, and then my trap game kind of just bled over into the rap game. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, that's, you know, a lot of people that I talked to on the show, there's a lot of them came up in this game with freestyling, battling on the block and areas and shit, man. As the hip hop, you can get your name up for sure. Your first album came out in 1990. Tell us a little bit about that when you first dropped an album. What was that feeling like when you first dropped an album, knowing that your stuff was in stores and shit like that? What was going through your mind?
Well, the first shit was with Def Jam. I had signed to Def Jam. I dropped that Seasoned Veteran album. And like I said, we had been doing hella independent shit in the Bay Area in Oakland. And once I signed to Def Jam, that shit was huge because, like you said, when you drop the record, you know the motherfuckers gonna drop everywhere. And that's when more motherfuckers kind of start getting up on the music. You know what I mean? I was good in a lot of key markets, you know what I mean? Down south, you know, through the Midwest. We did good numbers. We did numbers, of course, here on the West Coast. And then, you know, even overseas, motherfuckers was big on the rich shit. So whenever you got a major push and a major look, I mean, there's excitement from the gate, you know what I mean? Plus, I was fucking with the hottest label in the game, Def Jam. So I was just excited to be able to express myself, you know, on record and put the shit out and kind of see how motherfuckers was going to take to the music, you know what I mean? And then when I got that love back, like that my first album sold 500,000 copies, you know what I mean? It took a minute to get there, but it got there, you know what I mean? I sold over 600,000 singles of my Do G's Get to Go to Heaven record, which was a record I dedicated to Tupac when he had passed away, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it was one of them type of things where you do the world tour, you tour the world, you hit these little markets and you see motherfuckers in other cities be on the same shit that you be on, you know what I mean? And it's dope because it's like, I'm from Oakland, you know what I mean? And a lot of motherfuckers will scream like Bay Area, but I'm from East Oakland. And all my music came out of East Oakland, you know what I mean? So that's what I represent. And for shit that I was talking about, shit that I was going through, shit that I was living in East Oakland to resonate in Ohio, to resonate in Detroit, to resonate in Milwaukee, to resonate in New York, to resonate in Philly. Like, it just let me know that, you know, niggas is the same everywhere. They got real niggas everywhere. You know what I mean? And that's what I was making, real nigga music. So when you move across the globe and you find out that, you know, it's niggas that can feel where you coming from and the shit you talking, and you way on the other side of the bubble, I mean, shit, it's just a pretty cool feeling. You feel me?
Yeah. Speaking on the Seasoned Veteran album, which I love that album, man, in and out from the beginning to end. But there was some motherfuckers that were critical of the album. Many felt that the album didn't live up to par with people I talked to. I thought them they're crazy, but you know some motherfuckers are critics and shit. Do you think that is part of Def Jam's fault on that? Because it felt like right after that album, what happened with the Def Jam situation?
Well, you know what? I don't put the blame on nobody. It was my first album. You know, I was on an East Coast label. You know, so, of course, you know, a motherfucker wanted a sophomore album to just be the shit and sell hundreds of millions of copies. But my whole thing was this, like, I came up in an era where niggas wasn't just going platinum out the gate unless they was linked to something that was hot. Warren G's first album, I think, did 3 or 4 million, you know what I mean? But he was coming up out of the, you know, out of Dre's camp. He had a bigger, he had a bigger look, you know what I mean? And then Def Jam, I don't have nothing bad to say about Def Jam. A lot of people said that my record wasn't marketed right, it wasn't pushed right, because I was from the West Coast and they didn't really know how to market West Coast music. I don't have nothing bad to say about Def Jam. I'm not one of the niggas who do the complaining and be like, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. I mean, that shit was a hell of a ride for me, You know what I mean? Fucking with a East Coast label that was major everywhere we went. You know, the shit was major. You know, Tina Davis was my A&R, Leora Cohen, Russell Simmons. Shout out to them. They gave a nigga a look, you know what I mean, and allowed me to put music, you know, across the bubble. Now, I got a lot of people who will say, like, it's songs that should have been bigger. But, you know, shit, everything happened for a reason, bro. You can't see around corners. I don't have no control over that shit. All I do is make the music and hope it get to the people. You know what I mean?
No, I agree with you. 100%. Yeah, you always heard about that, about Def Jam. You know what I mean? When it came to the West Coast artists, yeah, Jail Felony who had an issue with it. I mean, it was just weird. I don't know what it was because I wasn't there and shit. I wasn't there in the meetings and all that shit. So I can't really say, but, you know, you hear a lot of people talk all that shit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, people do that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm just not one of them people because I can't sit here and say, oh, if they would have marketed it better, it would have sold, because, I mean, how could you prove that? You know what I mean? What I can say is the people who did get a hold of the music felt the shit was dope. They loved it. I was supposed to do a follow-up album with Def Jam, and at that time, they was woofing like they might sell the company, so they gave me the option to leave the label with the record that I had did, my follow-up record. So that's what I did. They ended up selling the company, but same employees ended up staying there. Had I known that, I probably would have stayed at Def Jam because it was a good situation. You know what I mean? But like I say, you can't see around corners. So shit, I took the record and then I went back to the independent game because we had been moving the independent units, you know, way before the major shit. And a lot of people don't know, major labels, they'll get you seen, they'll get you noticed, but they very rarely get you paid. You know what I mean? So it wasn't no problem for me to go back to the independent grind, you know, because I come from where we was getting anywhere between $8 to $12 a unit. And, you know, a motherfucker moving 100,000 units, that's good money. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of the numbers we was pushing around here. So I've always been interested in getting rich. I'll take money before fame any day. You know what I'm talking about? Plus, when you got the money and you're not super famous, it allows you to still move around. Like right now, I'm in East Oakland. I'm on 107th and Foothill right now. I got my Harley Davidson on the sidewalk, and I'm sitting on a fire hydrant, and I'm doing this interview. You know what I'm talking about? Now, my pockets are straight, but if I was to be, you know, just let's say, for instance, if my record had catapulted and blew up to super large numbers, 2-3 million, where I would have been like a worldwide superstar, that would be a beautiful thing too. But for a nigga like me, the way I like to move, this works for me. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be sitting on the fire hydrant and corner skiing, oh, there goes so-and-so, there goes so-and-so, and I got to move with security and blah, blah, blah. I kind of like being able to go to the supermarket if I need to with my kid, you know what I mean, with my bitch, whatever I might want to do. And then when I get out, I get noticed. Because people be like, hey, you look like Richie Rich. Sometimes I'll be like, I am Richie Rich. Sometimes I'll be like, niggas tell me that shit all the time. You know what I mean? So it works for me. Because, like I say, my pockets are still straight, and I can still move freely. Now, I got homeboys, the superstars. Like, I fuck with Snoop. You know, Snoop a real nigga, good guy. But Snoop got to move with an army. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you, if I had it to do all over again, I'd do it the same way. Because I can't move like that. You know what I mean? I can't live in a house and have security around the house and all that type of shit. Like, I like to be able to just move around and fuck with the people. Like, I'm a general population type of nigga. I'm not one of them niggas that's going to be moving with security and all the shit. So I'm not, you know, using that as an excuse because the record didn't do what's, you know, because every artist's dream is to go platinum. I mean, I got gold records, you know what I mean? And I've been on platinum records. But my whole thing is I come from the era where we wanted to be respected as being a dope MC. And as far as I can check, niggas respect me for that. You know, some of the dopest niggas have hit me up like, hey, I fuck with your shit. You know what I mean? I found out just recently, like 2 or 3 years ago, that the boy Jadakiss had sent a shout out to me on the Breakfast Club. You know, talking about I was, you know, one of his top 5 on the West. As long as niggas who I respect as MCs respect my work, and as long as the fans, whether it be 100 fans or it be 100 million fans, as long as they respect the body of work, then I feel like I did my due diligence. And, you know, the cookie crumbles certain ways. Some niggas blow all the way up. It's a lot of niggas I know now that's super large and whack. You know what I mean? But I mean, shit, it is what it is. That's how the game works. You know what I mean? So long as I'm respected, long as niggas be like, hey, that nigga Rich was dope. Hey, I love this album. Or I love this song. You know, oh, that song got me through some shit. I get shit in my DMs on Instagram and all the time. Like, hey, that Do G's Get to Go to Heaven song, that motherfucker got me through a lot of shit. Or this song was my shit. That shit helped me out, blah, blah, blah. Long as I touch one or two motherfuckers, my dude, you know, I feel like my job is done. You dig?
Yeah, and I could dig it, and that's facts, man. And I like your take on that shit. Like, you know, nowadays, you don't want TMZ and the way social media is and all that shit. I definitely get you a dig a view on that. Well, what other way would you want it? You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's fact.
Right.
You know, back then when, you know, let's say 1995, 1996, the Bay Area had a lot of rappers. You know, a lot of unity back then. I mean, there was everyone working in everybody's records, being in everybody's videos. You kind of get that still kind of today, but not as much. Do you see it differently? Do you see that there's less unity than there was back then?
Yeah, well, you know what? Like I said, back when I was doing my thing, we fucked with everybody. I fucked with 40. We fucked with the Loonies, you know what I mean? I fucked with Too Short. Like, it was a close-knit thing. Now, you know, youngsters, a lot of people just be into their own shit. Motherfuckers be on their own hype, and that's kind of, you know, what this hip hop shit is kind of turned into that. It's like, oh, fuck them niggas, me and my niggas. Oh, fuck them niggas, me and my niggas. If you listen to rap right now, you know, most of the cats will be like, oh yeah, fuck them niggas. It's me about me and my niggas. My niggas will shoot them niggas up. My niggas will kill your niggas. Your niggas is hoes. My niggas is killers. Your niggas is bitches. I mean, but that's just all around the world, man. That's just the state of where the world is at right now. It ain't a whole bunch of unity and love. Everybody is kind of on their own shit. You know what I mean? And division is not the fault of the rappers. It's not the fault of the hip-hop community. It's just the fault of the way shit goes, man. That's, you know, we got a divisive president. He ain't got shit to do with what rap is saying, but shit been like that. Like, it's been heading in that direction from the gate. That's what money does to a motherfucker. They let you know money is the root of all evil. So you got 5 niggas, they lined up, they homies, they grew up together, they tight, they fucking with it. One nigga got $5, everybody got $1. You know, we gonna go to the store, we gonna get 2 bags of chips, one nigga gonna get a soda, the other nigga gonna get a fruit punch and some other shit, and nigga, we gonna be straight. It don't rock like that no more. One nigga got $5, 4 niggas ain't got nothing, one nigga got $5. That's just how the shit is now. You know, and that's just the way of the world, man. My mama told me a long time ago, she said, shit don't never get better, maybe it get worse. And I used to be like, damn, that's some shitty shit to say. But, I mean, it's the truth, because since the time she told me that, that's just how it is. And until people realize that strength, you get more positive movement and strength in numbers. If motherfuckers could be together, you know, you got a bigger movement. But some of the labels, I've watched labels break groups up. I watch motherfuckers at the label tell a motherfucker, oh, man, you don't need them niggas. Them niggas is weak. You the best one in the group, blah, blah, blah. We'll do a solo deal with you, and you can get all the money. So, that, you know, that's poison that they feed to people, and that's how niggas get down. So now it's like every man for himself, and then you got enough fans now. The fans is kids. Kids feed into that shit. You know what I mean? Like when I was making music, our fans was teenagers and adults. I mean, you know, motherfuckers who had, like, some type of vision on what reality was. But we live in a world right now where reality is blurred. The vision is blurred. Everything is what you see on TV, what you see on social media. So it's easier to sell a record now. It was hard to sell records back then. When we sold records, motherfuckers used to have to go in the store and spend $20 for an album. Now motherfucker can put his record out. Right. All you got to do is go to YouTube and click it and listen to it for free. So it's easier to gain a fan. You know what I mean? It's easier to gain fans now than it was then. So it's just a whole different world. So like I say, everybody be on their own hype. You know what I mean? That's why you got motherfuckers shooting and killing each other. You know, you got young rappers. The Extentacion cat, he going to try to buy him a motorcycle. Some niggas come strip him out, blow his brains out over a bag of money. Like, man, this shit is weird, but that's where we at. And the thing is, people always sit back like, I mean, what can we do to stop it? What can we do to stop it? Man, this shit ain't going to stop, bro. It's too far gone, bro. It's too far gone. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse, and it's going to get worse. because the people in power, the people that have money who could step up and say something, they're not going to say shit. Because you know what they doing? They trying to get their money. Everybody is on, this bag, I got to chase this bag, get this jewelry, get this Rolls Royce, get this bitch. You know, and that's what the shit done turned into, my nigga. It's just greed. It's just greed. Everybody want the money. You know, and I mean, it's sad to be honest with you, my nigga, but I get it. Because when I was a young nigga, I was on my paper. I'm on my bag now, but I'm on it in a different way. Like, I'm bringing niggas with me. Like, you know, I'm linking with niggas who getting money, and we trying to teach the young niggas on, you know, anybody can get some money, man. Can you keep some money? I've been having money since the 80s, my nigga. You know what I mean? And it's 2018. I mean, I've been eating for 40 years, my nigga. You know what I mean? I've been shining for 30 years, my nigga, in my neighborhood. You ask niggas about me. I mean, I'm up. I've been up. You know what I mean? And it's hard to be up. I try to teach these young niggas. I mean, anybody can get some money. You know what I mean? And that's what niggas are doing. I got to get some money. They looking at Instagram. They run out, blowing nigga brains out, take his 50 G's, and then the niggas be broke in a month, and they looking for another nigga to rob and jack, another nigga to steal from to get back up. Anybody can get some money, but can you keep some money, man? It ain't about how much get 'em you got. You got to have some stick 'em. You know what I mean? And that's what these young niggas, they don't believe in that. They don't believe in. Now, I got a few young niggas. I ain't saying all young niggas. There's a few young niggas in every city that can hear what I'm talking about and know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But it's a way to keep some bread. But to keep bread, you got to fuck with niggas. You got to bring other niggas up. You know what I mean? That's what they made ladders for, man. They got steps on the motherfuckers. You can't get to the penthouse, nigga, without moving up the steps. And I tell my young niggas all the time, like, if you're in the basement, my nigga, you come from nothing. You like, fuck it, I don't have nothing. And these niggas is up here at the top, okay? But it's a ladder with 25 steps on it to get to the penthouse. You got to work your way up all them steps. Now, see, the good thing about going up the steps is, say you make it to the penthouse, but you went up all the steps. If you fall off, when you fall off from the penthouse, you land on the 24th floor. You feel me? If you fall off from the 24th floor, you land on the 23rd floor. You always got action at getting up, getting back up them couple floors to the top. But when you done went and robbed and stole and took from niggas, you ain't never been on none of them floors. So when you fall from the penthouse, nigga, know that you fall back to the basement, my nigga. You don't fall to 24 because you never been on 24. You feel me? So it's levels to this shit. So it's levels. You learn something on every step. When you get to the second floor, you learn, damn, that's how they do it on the second floor. All right, I'm going to push to the third floor. So you learn all the steps, and that's how you keep money, because you take all that game that you got from every level until you made it to the top. But see, right now, everybody wants the money so fast. They want the bag so fast that motherfuckers do anything to get to the top. And that's what the music is sounding like now. When you listen to the music, it don't really have the levels of game in it no more, because everybody is talking about the same shit. I got hella jewelry. I got hella guns. I got hella money. I got the bag. I'm pissing codeine. I'm pissing champagne. I got the baddest bitch in the game. Look at my chain. It's just all 0 to 60, 0 to 100. And that's what they teaching these young niggas. And then the babies is coming up. They want to get to the top quick. Ain't nobody telling them, motherfucker, check this out, man. When you get to the second floor, if you want to get to the third floor, you just poly like this, boom, boom, boom. It's levels to this shit, my nigga. There's levels to this shit. But I was raised in an era where our OGs taught us that. You know, it ain't a lot of OGs teaching these young niggas nothing no more. It's some sour old niggas out there that's teaching these young niggas, yeah, blow that nigga brains out, go take that nigga shit, go get the bag, my nigga, and fuck everything else, get the bag. So, I mean, for a nigga like me, it's sad to see what has happened to the game. I'm not mad at the young niggas. What I do like about these young niggas, these young rappers, these Tekashis and these Lil Uzi Verts, even though I don't understand a lot of their music, at least they getting to the money, though. Like, they done raised the money up. Because when the money done got a lot bigger now than it was when we was in the game. You know what I mean? Now, Jay-Z come from my era. He went and got a real big old bag, but it took him time. Like, these little niggas now, with this social media, you can get to the top quick. Because these kids, it ain't nothing but babies buying the music. You know what I mean? The average fan is from 6 to 14 years old. You know what I mean? Shit, when I was coming up, you had to be 18 or 19 to even get your hands on one of these Richie Rich records, one of these Too Short records, one of these Snoop Dogg records. You couldn't even listen to that shit when you was 10 because the parents back then gave a fuck. But now everything is turned up. You know, it's 6-year-olds knocking this shit now. I just seen some niggas in the car. They had their little kid in the car. This nigga had to be 5 or 6. And this nigga was off the Filthy Rich listening to the J Style and, like, fucking with it. Like, so all the rules that went out the door, my nigga. I be hearing, like, what you be talking about and what other motherfuckers be talking about. Man, we got to get back to the real. We got to get back to the... But the truth is, man, if real music is what you like, and when I say real, I don't mean the young nigga shit ain't real, because I know they shit is real to them. You know what I mean? Just like the shit we make is real to us. Because now when I listen to some of this shit, I be like, I wonder, is this how my mama felt when I was making music? Because she used to be like, what is that shit y'all listening to? And I used to be like, oh, you ain't up on this. I don't know. It's just generational, man. The generations just skip. Now, there is some trash out there, though. There's some straight trash out there. And it used to be some trash in my era, too. It was some niggas that I used to think was trash in my era. I used to be like, that nigga is garbage. That nigga's trash. You know what I mean? So what people have to understand is people can only dig what they relate to. And if you're walking out your door and the shit that these young niggas is talking about is happening in your neighborhood, then that's the shit you can relate to. You feel me? And that's just what it is, man. So, like, I don't knock these little niggas for getting their money. What I do knock them for is just going to buy hella jewelry and bottles and dumb shit, because I'm living proof that after the jewelry and the bottles is gone, the money going to be gone, and it's going to be hard to get the money again. So if you're in a position, you a young nigga, you listening right now, and you rapping or whatever you doing, you hustling, and you get into some money, man, be smart with the money, because man, a fool and his money shall soon part ways. The money ain't going to always be easy to get. It's going to always get a little trickier. It's going to always get a little trickier. So if you're in a position in this music shit, you get to a bag, you touching a whole bunch of money, man, act like you ain't touching no money, man, and put some of that shit away. Do some smart shit with it. You look on Instagram, man, all I see on Instagram is niggas with jewelry and chains, and look at this new chain and look at these diamonds. Man, them diamonds, them jewelers are selling these niggas is so fugazi, them little-ass chips. You got to get educated on shit. If you're going to buy jewelry, buy single stones, my nigga. Buy, like, single stones, something that's going to be worth some money. I got an earring, a single stone that ain't but a 3.6 carats, but the motherfucker worth $70,000, though, because of the clarity. But you buy these pieces that shine with all them little diamonds in them, man, them is chips, man. The motherfuckers ain't worth nothing once you take them out that piece. You know, and my jeweler educated me on that. He stopped me from buying that kind of shit. And he told me, he said, Rich, if you're going to be buying jewelry, I'm going to teach you what you need to be buying, something that's worth something. So what the world is missing is people teaching motherfuckers shit. And one of the reasons you can't teach nobody nothing is because a lot of these motherfuckers don't want to hear nothing because they think they know everything. And I was that nigga, too. I was that nigga when I was young. You couldn't tell me shit. Mama couldn't tell me shit. Daddy couldn't tell me shit. Nigga, I had money. You couldn't tell me shit. But, I mean, it's that's how the world moves, my nigga. It's sticky, but that's how this shit go, brody. That might be too much game for you motherfuckers. That might be too much game for you motherfuckers that's listening. I know y'all probably want a nigga to just get up here and talk about some silly shit, but I mean, I'm full of this game, my nigga. Full of it.
Yeah, because also, you know, as far as back in the jewelry part, you know, when people trick out the Rolexes and add the extra pieces on it, from what I heard is the fact that
you lose value.
It loses the value from the original Rolex.
Value. Yeah, well, see, this is the thing. I'm going to give you a true story. I done had 20 Rolexes, all presidentials. I ain't never had no two-tones. I ain't never had a diver. I never had no day dates. None of that. All my shit been presidentials. Every one I done had. I done had gold ones, platinum ones, rose gold, all the shit. Since the early 90s. I had my first Rolex in 97. You know what I mean? Before 97, I had my first Rolex in shit 87, 88. Let me get the numbers right. Let me tell you what happens is this. When you see them Rolexes and you see all them watches that's buzzed down, what they do is they take the casing of the watch, which is the head of the watch, and they drill tiny hole. Everywhere you see a diamond, they drill a hole in the case. In the band, they do the same thing. Fill it with holes, then you stuff the diamonds in it. Now, the band is safe. But I had a Rolex with a blue lapis face, bust down. Back then, we used to call it pave. It wasn't bust down. It was pave. These niggas be thinking they own some new shit, but ain't nothing new. All that shit you niggas doing has been done. So I had a Pave Rolex with a blue lapis face. I went to Hawaii with a bitch. So we in the pool at the hotel, fucking around, swimming, fucking with the shit. I got the watch on. I'm in the water. You know, I ain't tripping, blam. Now, anybody who know anything about Rolexes, the dial, the thing that's on a watch that you usually wind up, that screws down. If you screw it back, you can pop it out and you can adjust your day or your date. That's why they call it a day date. If you got the fly shit, you can adjust the day and the date. Now, if you don't screw that cap down all the way and you get in the water, water will get in the watch. But if your cap is screwed all the way down, Rolexes, you can scuba dive in them. I mean, they go down deep and the motherfuckers still work. But once you bust all them holes in the watch to set the diamonds, if you know anything about setting diamonds, you don't just pin them all the way down. You let them sit up. That's called prawn setting, where the little settings let the diamond sit up so the diamond can breathe. Well, I jumped in the water with this watch, and like 2 days later, when I got back to the house, I had rust on like some of the numbers. And I called my jeweler. I'm like, I got some rust in my motherfucking watch. And he said, did you go in the water? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, you can't go in the water once you drill all the holes in the casing. It ain't worth nothing. So you can buy Rolexes from Rolex that are flooded like that, bust down. If it comes from Rolex bust down, it's still worth some money. But if you took it to a jeweler and got it bust down, it ain't worth shit. You can't even take it to the Rolex dealer and have them work on the watch no more. They won't even touch the motherfucker. So all that shit is fugazi, my nigga. I mean, but the thing is, that's what these jewelers love. They love the fugazi. The whole culture loves fugazi because what they do, niggas put their life on the line, make all the money, then go spend all the money on dumb shit and give their money right back to the Jew. Get their money right back to the man. And the man love it. He promotes you. Go to the club and buy bottles. You go in the club and you buy bottles, $1,500 a bottle of some shit that costs $50 in the liquor store. You go in the club and you spend $1,500 for it. What kind of nigga is you?
Yep.
But niggas think that's balling. Oh, nigga, I'm balled on him. Nigga, I'm pissing. Wow. Okay. I get it, my nigga. I'm not talking against it because I've done it. I get it. But, man, that ain't thinking straight, my nigga. How you going to pay $1,500 for some shit that costs $75? I mean, how do you do that?
Yep.
So and when you look on Instagram, you just look at all the foolery, man. You don't never see nobody on Instagram talking about, hey, I bought my uncle or my grandmama a crib, or look at this crib I bought for the homeless man who been down the street bumming since we was kids. You know what I mean? I got him a trailer, a motor home or something he could stay in, because that shit don't resonate. Don't nobody want to do no shit like that. Everybody just want to, do the fool shit. And it's sad, my nigga, because niggas right now is having more money than ever, and niggas could be doing some positive shit. Niggas could be getting some corporations. Niggas could be building some labels, building some distribution companies to where they could see fit that niggas could eat forever. But niggas ain't gonna do that. But check this out. I'm outside in the middle of the hood preaching, my nigga. I don't know how much more of this shit you want to hear, but we might have to wrap it up in a minute. It's getting kind of cold. I need to get back on this motherfucking motorcycle and get my ass to the motherfucking house. You dig? But if you got any more questions, I'll sit and rap with you. I mean, I'm a real one. I ain't tripping on sitting in the neighborhood. But I could ramble on for hours and hours. That's why motherfuckers love to interview me. I could ramble on for hours and hours, my nigga.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, I'll just ask one more question. You know what I mean? As far as, Tupac, I know you get asked a lot of Tupac questions around. I know you've done a lot of interviews. Where were you at the time when you found out that he passed?
I was in New York when Biggie got shot. When Pac got shot, I was up here. I was in the Bay Area. I was in Oakland when I got the call that Pac had got shot. Now, I went to L.A., headed to Vegas. There was a lot of people heading up to Vegas to the hospital. I wasn't going to the hospital. I was headed to Vegas in hopes that, they was going to say the nigga was all right. I was going to pull up on him and just chop it with him like I usually do, but things went sour. So my trip got cut short, and I was in L.A. But I was in the Bay when I heard about it.
And how many songs do you think you got altogether done with him? Is there a lot more songs that nobody's ever heard yet that you've done with him?
Yeah, we got about 20 songs. We got about 20. I think people probably not heard about 4, maybe. It was a producer named Johnny J. Johnny J got a lot of that music.
Yep.
Because, we used to go to the lab and just record shit. You know what I mean? Johnny J got a lot of them songs. I got 3 or 4 of the songs unreleased that I just never put out. Because, I mean, you know, some motherfuckers, I mean, put that shit out. Pac was my friend, you know what I mean? It wasn't like Pac was a rapper and I was a rapper and then we was on some rap shit. Like, that was, like, he was like my little brother. Like, so it's just like when people be like, hey, man, so you ain't got no pictures of you and Pac? I mean, I got some pictures of us, but I mean, how many pictures do you got of you and your homeboy? Y'all don't just be running around like, hey, let's take some pictures. Like, so we wasn't on no, like, rap shit like, hey, let's take a bunch of pictures. So when one of us died, we'll have some pictures to show people. You know what I mean? We was just, like, really fucking with it. Like, that was just my nigga. So as far as the music, I listen to the songs. I get more out of them listening to them myself than I do, you know, saying, like, okay, let me put these out so motherfuckers can hear them. But yeah, it's about 20. It's right. About 20 songs that ain't nobody heard.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, that boy.
You know, a lot of motherfuckers would love to hear that shit too. But I get it.
Yeah, anybody that fuck with Pac know that nigga made a lot of music. A lot of the songs ain't complete. A lot of them is just a verse from him, a verse from me. You know what I mean? It's a lot of them ain't complete songs, but it's a lot of unreleased music though.
Yep, that's what's up. Well, you know what? I want to say thank you, man. Hopefully we can get you back on, man. Maybe do a show or drop you on it, man. You get down, man. I really enjoyed this.
Check this out. You can get me back on whenever. Just hit me and let me know. But I do want to plug some shit. I got a record out right now that you can download anywhere digitally. It's called Fed Case. And then I got a record that I'm about to drop called The Grow Room. The Grow Room is 13 weed songs, features a lot of stoners, a lot of smokers, Snoop Dogg, Burner, Ray J, Yuck Mouth, C-Bo, Mozzie. I got a bunch of features on this Grow Room record, Be Legit, and it's a solid motherfucking record. It's going to be in stores in about 30 days. But now you can get on YouTube right now. The first single that I dropped off the Grow Room is called Way Up, W-A-Y-U-P. It's the whole album is produced by the Mechanics. Shout out to Mechanics, Skinny, Tweet, and Dot. They produced the whole fucking record, and they gave me a bunch of motherfucking heat, a bunch of bangers. And once again, the Fed Case record is out now. You can grab that on any digital platform, and I got a couple videos off of that up there too. Got a song called Oakland, which features Tupac on the hook, and then another song with Filthy Rich called Where I'm From. Them two is off of the Fed Case album. So y'all could get up there and check out any of them records. You can follow a real nigga on Instagram at The Real Richie Rich. The is THAREALRICHIERICH. And I mean, just fuck with a nigga. And like I said, man, I like young hip hop and old hip hop. Like I ain't one of them niggas, but it's some bullshit going on though. It's some bullshit going on. Some shit that I be like, God damn, this is where we going with it. But like I said, to each his own, man. Fans like what they like. And that's the one thing about music what people don't understand. Rappers don't make themselves, fans make them. You know, somebody liking enough of that shit to where them niggas is getting on. So shit, it's what it is, and it's a lot of people on the planet. So it's enough. It ought to be enough people. I mean, enough music for everybody to fuck with what they want to fuck with. But unfortunately, the shit that's pissing OGs like me and you off is they're only promoting the fuckery. They're not promoting the shit that a lot of motherfuckers want to hear. And I get it because, you know what? You want to market to where the money's going to be spent at. It's just like in my neighborhood, I live in a great neighborhood. Every store you go to, they got protein drinks and muscle milk and all type of shit. You go to 7-Eleven by my house, they got muscle milk and all the shit. Now, I'm right here in the hood. I can go to this 7-Eleven. They ain't got no muscle milk. They ain't got no protein because ain't nobody working out down here. You feel me? And that's just what it is. Right. It's marketing, bro. It's marketing, and that's what it is. They only going to get you what they want you to have and what's selling in the area. And right now, music is geared toward kids because kids are an easy sell. So that's what they marketing. They pushing the shit that the kids like to see. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't going to push no OG shit on no kids because they feel like, man, ain't nobody going to buy that. Them niggas is talking about some old school shit. Them niggas is talking about some shit that nobody want to hear. So, it's deep. Like I said, when I get back on with you, we'll dive deeper into the shit. But at the end of the day, my nigga, man, keep pushing for the real shit, my nigga. You know, stay solid with it. And anytime y'all want to get me on, we can dive deeper into shit. I'd rather be sitting in my motherfucking living room. And just to let people know I ain't bullshit, I'm going to start this motherfucking Harley up. and you gonna hear it, and you gonna know. See, the one thing about Richie Rich, I ride Harleys, my nigga, just like I did in the Let's Ride video. That shit is not a game. Like, this shit is for real. You feel me? This shit is for real. This is what I do. I'm a real life biker boy. I fuck with this shit. You know, it's nighttime where I'm at. I'm out here on this motherfucking bike turning some corners because it's what I do. You dig?
That's what's up, brother. Well, I want to say thank you. Before you go, can I get a Die4 radio drop from you, my brother?
Yeah, whenever you're ready. You need it, let me know.
Let's go.
You ready? Check this out, man. You got your boy Richie Rich, man, Bay Area's own deep East Oakland original hip-hop nigga, out here with my boy Mad 4, man, at Die.
Hello?
Hold on. I got to turn my Harley off. The Bluetooth on my bike kicked the phone in. Can you hear me? All right, let me get you the Bluetooth and kick it in. Check this out. You got your nigga Richie Rich, East Oakland, representing real motherfucking hip-hop, street gangster rap, and you tuned in to Die4 Radio with my nigga Mad 4. You know what I'm talking about? And this is the only place where you're going to keep the real hip-hop. My nigga Mad 4 at Die4 Radio. Your nigga Richie Rich, and I'm a ghost.
All right, brother. Enjoy your night. Be safe out there. Stay blessed, man. And I'm definitely going to hit you back up. Maybe hopefully before the end of the year, I want you to drop some more game, man, because I enjoyed this conversation a lot.
Okay, it's all good, man. I get on you. All right.
All right, then, man.
One.
Peace.
All right, one.